Good evening, Yellow Jacket Nation. Welcome back to another episode of Catch a Buzz. My name is Ryan King, here with my brother and co-host Sean King. What a day. What a
What
weekend.
a week,
What
what
a
a
time.
day, what a weekend. Finally a good football weekend for the King brothers.
Absolutely. Falcons brought it home on Sunday, but obviously the story of the weekend is the Yellow Jackets welcoming the Tigers into Bobby Dodd in the way that the Yellow Jackets under Brent Key know how, which is controlling the game from start to finish for the most part, and really just putting an ass whooping on what most people would consider to be a better and more talented team. Uh, at least talent wise, I don't think you can really argue that. But as far as a better team, I think that it was pretty clear uh, who owns that title after this past Saturday. And I just it cannot be understated what a massive win this is for Tech.
All right, wait. Since you brought that talent thing up, like, yes, I guess they have more five stars, more four stars, but we developed, I mean, like very good talent.
Yeah,
Um, think about quarterback King versus Klubnik. Yes, Klubnik's probably the better passer and is gonna be the higher draft pick. Um, but Haynes is a 100-meter champion. And he can sling it. Like I said last week, yes, he had that third down throw that could have been better, but and a few others. But you look at Jamal Haynes, shifty, small but big. And the this wide receiving core, I think is something to watch out.
yeah,
Especially if you start throwing it downfield more. Isaiah's going to be a damn a beast. Um, Malik is Malik, and just got to get Eric Rivers going. You threw it down to him, and look what happens. Also, Eric just seems like he wants to run out of bounds 24/7. He's not trying to gain. Like I thought he could have had a touchdown
yeah.
on
He
that pass from Haynes, and then he just runs out on that last drive of the game, and I swear he did it on his only other catch.
Yeah, the that's definitely something that they need to address in practice. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, and I noticed it just watching the game. Like you
He's
said,
playing like Tyler
on that big
Lockett.
catch, he catches it at the 5, and I know it's over his back shoulder, but there was no need for him to run out of bounds. He easily could have kept his balance and cut that up into the end zone.
He caught
Um,
it and ran for another 5, 6 yards.
right. It is pretty strange how he has a tendency to do that. I don't love that, but hopefully it's something that they can clean up in practice. But I completely agree. The wide receiving core is, I would say, borderline elite at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Canyon, especially Canyon, is the biggest uh, development there just so far over the course of the season. He's a physical freak, and he is. I'll be stunned if by the time he's going to the draft, he's not a second round pick. If I had to
I
guess,
agree.
if he stays healthy and
Going
stays on this
sophomore.
trajectory, yeah, he's been very, very impressive. And the only thing I tend to worry about for the most part with guys like that is that they've got the size and the speed, but they may not necessarily have the hands. But he's made some great catches already so far this year, and I don't think that
So,
I have any concerns there. I think he's kind of a total package out there, a receiver. But yeah, man, I just kind of want to review the game a little bit. I'll just start out by giving like kind of my brief thoughts over the course of the game. Obviously we came out on fire on that first drive, and Buster has this tendency on third and one, fourth and one, on any of or goal line situations where he just makes the most bizarre, I would argue, boneheaded play calls. They don't make any sense whatsoever. You've got them on their heels, you're running it down their throats. If you're going for it on fourth, you have two downs to get 2 yards. Why is Haynes not keeping the ball both downs? It
yep.
makes no sense why they're trying to throw the ball there, but that that was a big missed opportunity. Then you move on to the second drive. They seem to have, first couple plays, they seem to be moving the ball decent. Omar Daniels, who player of the game,
What a game.
to me, unquestionably player of the game is
If
Omar
it wasn't for
Daniels.
Eford, he have a tutty.
Exactly. Yeah. If Eford kept his brain turned on that return, then I think Omar's taking that to the house. But he makes the big play, forcing the fumble on Klubnik, and just kind of jumping ahead, I guess. I mean, I'm just going to jump ahead to halftime. I mean, you're sitting there at 13-7, and all I'm thinking is that we've kind of wasted our opportunity.
That
It
should be
felt
20 to nothing. You give up third and
yeah,
22.
yeah. It's 13-0. It's 3rd and 22, and then they literally give up, run it up the middle for 30 yards. I mean, it's just unfortunately it's something that we've seen plenty of over the years between both Tech and the Falcons. But that that really hurt, especially when it goes and turns into points. I mean, that was such a massive swing in the game. It's really probably the only thing that even kept Clemson in the game. I think that Tech was on the verge of blowing them out of Bobby Dodd.
Yep. Hey, that's what I was saying because I picked them to win by damn 20. I was like, this is looking fantastic.
Yeah,
And then that, because I had the grandparents at the house and I was trying to not look like a damn fool. But yeah, after that 30-22, and they come and score that touchdown, and we don't do nothing with it. And then they come out at half, and yeah, it just didn't feel good. You get the interception, and then immediately first play you lose 10, 12 yards, whatever the hell it was, and then you're just down. And obviously the next drive they have the 75-yard touchdown, and then now you're down all of a sudden somehow when you've been dominating the entire game to that point. So it's little stuff like that where you've got to put it away when you have the chance, and that's on Buster. I mean, Buster's damn screens, like you were talking about on 4th and 2, and it's just like, why are you trying to get cute? And yeah, it could have been open if the receiver just made his damn block, but it's those corners are gonna get through a receiver every now and then, especially on those little tunnel plays.
yeah, absolutely. And it, the screens are just way too abundant. That's the problem. I mean, they can
Yes.
be very effective, but when you just start running them as often as Tech runs them, you're waiting for them to get blown up. It's only a matter of time before you have a play like Louisville last year, where Haynes goes to throw a screen and they take it to the house. It's only a matter of time before that happens when you're running it. How many times a game? 10 to 12 of them, probably. That's what
Yep.
it feels like.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, they did it the first drive of the game, and Canyon got like 15 out of it, and then it's like, oh, it worked. Let's just throw it 40 more times.
right, right. And the frustrating part about how often they run it is that it is a potentially risky play. Yeah,
Yep.
you can have things go wrong on screens. It's far less likely that you're going to run into issues by having Haynes run the ball or having Jamal run the ball. It's when it's working. It's one thing if you're being forced to throw, but I mean, when you're getting chunk plays on the ground, look at the UCF bowl game a couple of years ago. You ran it 30 times in a row. Like, do what works. I don't care if it's flashy. Whatever is working that week, that is what you do until they figure out how to stop it, and then you go to something else. But
I still
anyways,
don't know why we're not taking deep shots.
right,
I mean, we did, and look what happens. And right before that, I mean, Haynes just needs to put more air into the ball, and it's a touchdown, I think, to Bailey.
Stockton, yeah,
And it's like it's open. You use our receivers to our advantage. We're fast. We
yeah.
can we can beat the safety deep. I mean, shit. Even in cover two. I mean, I feel confident with any one of our receivers getting open down the field.
Well, yeah, and there's so many threats, and the thing is, you're not a receiving core that has size. I mean, it's basically just Canyon that has
Yeah.
any real sort of size. Everyone else, it's all speed, which
Yep.
which works great if you're willing to take deep shots. Like if you've got Malik Stockton and Eric Rivers on the field, one of them's going to be open downfield. That they can only do so much when you've got three guys like that out there, let
Yeah.
alone Canyon. Potentially even drawing two, the more that he develops and the more attention that he starts to get. Um, you have to be more aggressive offensively. I mean, like when those, like you said, I mean, when those plays are working, you have to go to it. You don't just take one or two a game and be like, man, they worked.
Yep.
It makes no sense. So the play calling is a little concerning for me from Buster as it has been, over the course of his tenure here. I mean, I've always had my grievances about some of the things that he's decided to do, but at the end of the day, it got the job done. And he, it feels like he tends to like fuck around in the third quarter. Pardon my French. Like he has a
Yeah,
lull. We tend to
right
start
after
out games
halftime.
very well. We tend to start out games very well, and we tend to close games very well. Those couple of quarters in the middle, it always feels like we hit some sort of lull. We're never able to just pull away from the good teams that we play.
Yeah.
Um, so I would love to see more of that in the coming weeks, where you really just put your foot on people's necks in the first half and get out of there. Because at this point, that's becoming my expectation for this team, especially against the teams that they have coming up.
Right.
But
Well, the concerning thing for me right now is your offensive line. I mean, other than Haynes running the ball 20 times a game, which is not sustainable. I mean, the running backs really aren't popping off. I mean, yeah, they did against Gardner Webb, but that's obviously Gardner Webb. And you're not taking deep shots. So, like, it's literally Haynes King rushing and intermediate to short, tunnel screens, slants, hitches. Like, yeah, we're motioning a lot. We got a lot of eye candy, but we're not fucking doing anything with it.
yeah,
And
it's
like the O line is just I don't know what's been going on with the rushing game. I mean, we really against Colorado it was all Haynes rushing, and then last week it was all Haynes rushing. I don't even I think Jamal only had like 40 yards.
yeah. I would have to go back to these first few games and actually watch some more detailed film to
Right.
see if it could just be that Haynes is just pulling the ball way more this year instead of handing it off when he has opportunities to. I don't know if that's contributing to it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, every single one of those rushes, or at
Yeah,
least
I
the
guess it was
majority
a
of them are reads,
chaos and yeah.
and he's pulling it. So the running backs can only do so much if the ball gets yanked away from him. So I don't know if that might have something to do with it. Like I'd be curious to go back and see what Haynes was looking at and what sort of lanes the running backs might have had if he handed them off. But I would actually be interested to see that. So I'll have to go do that. But we got sort of sidetracked. We got to halftime. Then you get into the second half and they're just they're running it down your throats. Daniels makes Omar again makes one of the craziest picks you'll ever see. It is just a
That
spectacular.
was the
The
picture
announcer,
perfect.
yeah, the announcer on the game is calling it an All American play. Like
Yeah.
it was it
He's
was
been playing like
spectacular. I mean that's the only way to put it. I just read him beautifully, timed his jump beautifully, and just caught it right at the high point. And as you alluded to earlier, if Kyle Eifert is paying one lick of attention and throws a block at the running back, Omar's taking that to the house. But which really would have helped. Again,
I
that
think
doesn't.
Omar said, I think in his post game presser, Omar said he was like, they asked him what he thought in that moment, and he was like, just run. But he said it was like cramping or something. But I don't really know the extent of that. But if Kyle just blocks the damn dude, I mean, he got a piece of him, and then it's a running back. It's not a damn lineman. You don't just got to chip him, you know.
Right, right.
But if the dude's playing with any type of effort, he's probably going to catch him.
Yeah, yeah. And he's also 240 or
Yeah,
235, whatever he is. So you
forward,
kind of got to
forward.
lay a hit on him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was another. It's just another one of those moments where you get. It was actually very funny. Sean and I worked together. I was at a wedding in Alabama, and I FaceTime him after the Omar pick, and I'm fired up. And Sean's TV was ahead of mine, and he answers looking pissed off, and I'm like, "What is going on? We just got a pick." And he's just livid, hangs up. And about 15 seconds later, I watch Haynes get hit trying to throw yet another screen, and us lose 15 yards. And it's just like it's another one of those moments where you're just thinking, "Well, blown opportunity.
Yep.
This is going
I
to be the
mean,
moment. This will be the moment that they turn it around." And
I'm telling you, it was those two
and that's
plays.
exactly what they did. They we punt, they go right down the field, score a touchdown, take the lead 14-13. And at that point, I think any Tech fan, if they're being honest with themselves, did not have positive thoughts going about where this game was going to go at that point. It felt like, okay, Clemson has found their groove. They're about to go down. Our defense is going to break. We're going to go down 17 right here.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. The offense still took a little bit of time after that to get going, but our defense was holding against Clemson in the meantime, and then you get down to what we're end of the third, going into the fourth, you get the ball on your 10-yard line and just put together an incredible drive, just 90 yards. I don't know how much time it took off, but it was quite a bit, and then it couldn't have finished in a better way. I mean, it is just Haynes King trucking a safety into the end zone from 2 yards out on third and goal. It was just, I lost my
So
mind in that
dirty. It
Airbnb.
was so dirty. That man's got some heart, dude. He is an absolute animal. And he's such a quiet dude, man. I feel like.
Yeah, he's just. I would be so, I'd be so interested to live in his head over the course of a game and know what he's thinking while he's out there on the field because
Yeah.
it is. It's just incredibly impressive how willing he is to consistently just put his body on the line and do anything that it takes to win a football game.
Yeah. Unless he
And
gets unless he gets targeted.
well, yeah, we won't discuss that today. This is a happy day, but but
It's a happy.
but but yeah, I mean, you have that you have that to score, and then if the crowd wasn't back in it already, you run that Philly special there on the 2 point conversion just
Oh,
flawlessly, and it was so perfect. You could
such a
see
great route
Dean
by
wide open. You could see him wide open.
Dan.
It's like, please just make the throw. Please make the throw. And it was perfect. And it wasn't until that moment that we got the 2 point conversion that I started to feel better about it again. Because you're
Yes,
looking
I
at the
started.
time on the clock and you're thinking, okay, as long as we don't give up another 75-yard touchdown,
Yeah, as
then
long as it takes the
they're
time off.
right. They're going to have to drain some clock, even if you let them score, unless they decide to go for two for whatever crazy reason. Your worst case scenario is that you get the ball with 3 minutes left, 3 to 4 minutes left, with a chance to go down and kick a field goal for the win. And Clemson does that. They go down and score, but they give it to us with 3:26 left. And I just know that he saw that, and he had to feel so good
Oh yeah.
about he if you told him that he was going to be there in that situation at the start of the week, he's taking it 100 out of 100 times. It is because we've seen Tech do it under Key and with Haynes King and quarterback
In big time games.
in big time games. They always nut up and they just go down and they make the plays that they need to win games. And that is the biggest change that I have noticed about this program since Key has taken over. The mindset of his teams and of his players are just so radically different from any time that I can remember.
Yeah.
Really, since I've been alive, even under Paul Johnson, it wasn't the same. I heard someone describe it as like, I think it was just a national commentator, but he was talking about how many recruits were at the game and basically just saying that like Tech's program, it attracts like actual like alpha athletes because they know that they're going to get their ass beat in practice. They're going to get their ass beat in the weight room, but it's going to bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
And it brings Keelan Rutledge's to the program. Just hard nosed Haynes Kings, hard nosed guys that are just going to go out there and fight their ass off for 60 minutes. That it doesn't attract the Eric Singletons.
No.
It doesn't
You can
attract
pound
them,
it.
but it
Yeah,
doesn't need it
they're
doesn't
not even they're not even using them, man. I don't
they don't
think.
they don't throw the ball. It made no sense why he went to Auburn. It made absolutely no sense. But
No, and
that's
I
his
mean,
loss. I hope he likes his 800,000 or whatever he got.
yeah. I mean, and you can tell. I mean, just last year. I mean, you start out with Florida State. And that's a last minute drive to go down and get in field goal range. You kick to win it. I think most of the wins last year. I mean, other than Duke, VMI, uh, who else was it? I mean, because you did it against Miami. I mean,
Yep.
the defense stepped up, but you had a drive before that. You did it against NC State. Aaron
Yep.
Filer, damn, used his legs to. I mean, we were watching that game together, and I thought we were about to drop one to NC State, and Filer,
Yep.
I think, ran for 50 yards on the last drive, and then yeah, we kind of gave it up in that last game. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's they showed some damn heart in that fourth quarter, especially when their ass is on the line.
They do. And the ending was, I mean, I don't know if my asshole has ever been puckered tighter in my entire life when they were talking. We're sitting there with 20 seconds left or whatever it is, and I'm just staring at Haynes on the field, and the announcers are like, they were practicing this fire drill all week, and I'm like, in my head, there's just no way that this is going to go well.
No, it's 55
It's a
yards and it's
55 yard field goal, and in my head, I'm just sitting there thinking, the only thing going through my head before we kicked that ball was Florida State in 2015. And I was like,
dude, it's funny you say that. I thought the exact same thing. I was oh, it's gonna be a fucking Florida State, and we're gonna be on the other side of it. But
yep, that's just where my head at. That's just the nihilist in me, I guess. I refuse to believe that we were actually going to make the kick. As good as Burr has been this year, I was just like,
they've
no
they've
shot.
they've never shown us another reason not to be in our lifetime. At least with being an Atlanta fan.
Right. Yeah, but I was. It was very clear that they had practiced that because I was stunned that Haynes gets tackled and they show him kind of jogging off the field. And when they cut away from him, there's 12 seconds on the clock, and Burr has already taken his steps. And I'm like, holy shit, he was out there and set, and the whole O line was set in like 8 seconds.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
insane.
But I
I
mean,
couldn't believe it.
yes, yes, it was a very well executed play. But I mean, they took the timeout. Obviously, they knew it was 3rd and 4. They're running it up
Yeah.
the middle. They're probably going to get stopped. So like 70% chance you're going to have to do it. So I mean, they had everyone on right on the sideline, ready to go. But yeah, I mean, getting ready in 8 to 10 seconds is, I mean, huge. I mean, Aaron had at least 10 seconds to settle himself, take his steps, and eventually kick the game winner.
Yeah, man. And it was not a foot in the upright kick. It really looked like it was going to be fading just
Dodd
out to
took
the
his
right.
hand and just
And then it just knuckled back into the left, and I blacked out for the next minute. I'd say
see,
I
I
was
couldn't,
screaming.
man. I couldn't. I wish I could have like celebrated more, but I didn't want to look like a damn fool in front of the grandparents. I mean, I gave a good scream and then I started jumping, ran up to the front door and just gave like a whoa! And then we just walked back in and yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah, it really was. I was floating on a cloud after that. I was just like I said, I freaking lost it. I just couldn't stop screaming in this damn Airbnb. I was absolutely losing it, but it was it was a long time coming. A win like this, it's just very different from last season beating Miami. There were a lot of differences in the game. I mean, it's later in the year. Miami was special in its own right because you're getting to basically ruin their season. They're 9-0.
Exactly.
You which adds up, and they're number 4 in the country at the time. So I mean, it's a massive win, and of course, being there was also pretty
God,
sweet.
I'll
But
never forget that.
this one with the expectations that not just Tech fans, but it turned into the the national view of Tech was that they were going to be good this year. That you have all the people talking about dark horse, dark horse for the playoffs, dark horse for the ACC, whatever. They to see them come out here and validate all of those opinions that people had in the offseason is just
Yep.
satisfying. And not only that, but they're doing it on a national stage. They're beating
It's not
Dion in
even
prime time. They're beating Clemson at noon on ESPN. Everyone is watching the game. And
it's not even playing our best ball too. That's
no,
the thing.
no, and people recognize that as well, which I like to see. I mean, I was watching some clips today of people saying, you know, they went into Colorado and covered after turning the ball over 3 times on the first 3 drives.
Yep.
It's insane. Like that is absolutely insane to go in there and do that, regardless of how good Colorado is. I don't care who you're playing.
Yep.
But it's it really is just like almost unfathomable. Like if you had told me that this is the position that Tech was going to be in when Key took over 3 years ago, you said 3 years from now, this is where you're going to be. You're going to be consistently on national television. You're going to be undefeated. You just beat Clemson for the first time in a decade, and people are talking about how you're, basically one of 3 teams that are going to win the ACC. And out of those 3 teams, I've heard multiple people saying that they have the best chance to make the playoff just based
Yep.
off schedule. That is absolutely insane. I watch these videos and I like almost can't even believe it.
I know.
But I feel the same. Like like I feel the same as what all these people are saying, but it's still in my brain. It's just like are they actually going to do it? That's the hardest part for me. Is trying not to get my hopes up too much until we start beating these ACC teams. And not just beating them, we need to really be fucking beating them. I mean, we need
Telling
to
you
be winning by multiple
why
scores.
you're ranked that high. I mean,
Yeah.
because you look at these other teams. I mean, yes, they're not playing them, but I mean, other teams in the Big Ten and SEC. I mean, they would dominate every team on our schedule. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
A
it's
lot of
and
them.
like and look, I think we can too. We've just for some reason, some games, yeah. I mean, Haynes was out for whatever that stretch was against Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, um, and you drop 2 of those poorly, and it's just like I don't know, man.
Well, the tough part about those two is wondering what would have happened if they had started Philo in those games.
Well,
You might
exactly.
win those games.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
And that
Now,
completely changes the complete
but
outcome of last season, but you
I'm
can't say enough
fine
about that.
because Philo's redshirted, and now he's got 3 more years after this one. But
Yeah.
um, after seeing that against Clemson, I mean, I think we can do it, man. I mean, the hardest games are NC State and Duke, and maybe Pitt.
Pitt.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Pitt.
We'll
Pitt's
see.
harder than Duke. Duke hasn't looked good this year.
Yeah, but Pitt lost to West Virginia, and West Virginia lost to Ohio, I think.
That's true. They did. Yeah, they lost to Ohio.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, great.
I know.
I'm looking at all these games on our schedule, and basically every ACC team on there has been underwhelming through the
Yeah,
first 3 weeks.
yeah.
And
I don't care who we play. I really don't. I mean, we're already ranked 18th. So I mean, if we're gonna keep people in front of us, they're gonna lose. And if
yeah,
we win every day, if we win every game, I mean, shit, you could find us top 10.
we'll be in the top 10 in the next 3 weeks if we keep winning. I bet.
You think?
I I feel like there's so much volatility in like the top, just in college football in general. Like teams like Iowa State, some of these other teams that are up ahead of us are going to lose.
Yeah, yeah,
That they're probably going to have tougher opponents at least until we play Georgia the rest of the year. I mean, there's
yep.
not going to be a single game on our schedule that I see until Georgia where you're not going to be like a near 60% favorite to win.
I think the number was 58.5.
Okay. Yeah.
50, no less than 58.5%
Yeah.
right now.
Um,
Right now.
well, not to look too far ahead, but I did see a clip today from 680 The Fan. Not sure which of the guys it was on there. Saw it on YouTube. Uh, I guess the first article has now been written about the possibility of clean old fashioned hate being a matchup between 2 top 10 teams. That has not
Yeah, since
happened
since like 66 or something.
since 1966. Yeah. So, and it is a very real possibility. And the crazy thing, I would almost argue at this point, if either team isn't top 10, Georgia is the one that's less likely to be top 10.
I agree, dude. I mean, look, they're playing their schedule is not ours.
No.
So yeah, I mean, look, you win, you get treated like a winner. So I mean, that's in. I mean, I've listened to Keith's pressers, and I mean, they've asked questions about it, and I think he's got the guys ready, but I don't know. There's just a different feel to it.
There is. To me, what it feels like is that when we got ranked last year going into Syracuse and then just got fucking embarrassed up there.
Yeah, no, I see. I didn't feel it.
No, it didn't feel like this.
No,
It
I know we just beat damn Clemson, but I mean, but at that time we didn't know Florida State was going to be absolute cheeks.
right,
So we
exactly.
just beat the number 10 team, and it's Florida State's daddy again.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, God, that Syracuse game.
yeah. I hope that we just drag Fran Brown and Syracuse through the mud this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah,
I look.
they've
I don't
looked
know.
terrible.
Their quarterback has thrown for more yards than Kyle McCord has so far.
Do not care. Do not care. That they were talking about how many yards he threw for. Who did they play? It was I don't even know if I'd even heard of it.
It was Tennessee first game, and then
No, I'm talking about their game this past week. They put up like 60 points. Whoever they played, they gave up 24
oh yeah,
to a nobody school. I can't remember who it was.
that's true. 24 is a lot.
That's a ton. We just gave up 21 to Clemson.
Yeah,
They just gave up 24 to whoever the hell they played.
and yeah,
So their defense is
they
atrocious.
gave up like 60 to Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah, their defense is atrocious. I don't care how good their offense is, they're not going to be able to keep up with Tech.
Let me because in last week's video I talked about Klubnik having -3 rushing yards going into the week, and I said don't let him run the ball. Now they came out, and I guess that was their plan the entire game was to turn him into Haynes King. So I mean, he's going to get some yards. I think he ran it for like 17, 18 times for like 60 something yards, but he did have some big scrambles in that game. And I said he runs, you're going to lose the game. And it's weird because I think Clemson finished with more total yards and they finished with more rushing yards, and we
Yeah,
threw for more passing yards. So it was just a complete flip flop of how I thought the game was going to go. But it's also, like I said, it's concerning. Just with you cannot run Haynes 30 times every game. It's just not sustainable. And maybe it is, and maybe he stays healthy the entire season and it works. I'm all here for it, but that's a very low probability.
yeah, yeah. It's very low probability, and I think part of me thinks that it's his last year, and they're just letting him do it.
Yeah,
And my only guess is that they're just letting him do it, and they just have enough faith in Philo that if he does get hurt, they don't think they're going to miss a beat when Philo steps in for him.
do you think that Haynes like kind of knows he's not going to be in the NFL and he's just like, fuck it, this is my last go around, and
100%,
I'm gonna just sell my body?
100%. Like I still think that he'll get drafted because the way that I look at him is that he could be a Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
So I still think that there could be a team that finds a spot for him and a role for him,
look,
similar to
I
that.
would love to see Haynes drafted, dude. He's
God, I
just
love it.
good for football.
He is. Like, how fun would it be for whatever team he goes to just start throwing him in on like the 5 yard line and he's just like trucking dudes into the end zone?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to go watch that on Sundays.
Oh,
But yeah, man, I don't think that there has been a more exciting time to be a Tech fan since we've been alive.
and dude,
It's
it just feels so good because I've been on the ride, for 24 years, and like, yeah, I remember '09, but it just wasn't really, 2014 and 2016 were just like the really memorable years, and then it just went downhill for the last 7, 8 years, and like literally for like a year or two, like I really didn't even care. Like I would throw them on, but like I didn't have the excitement or like the yearn that I used to. And then that's mostly because of Jeff Collins. But Frank T comes in, you get like two, I think two ranked wins in 4 games or 8 games.
Defense. Yeah.
God, he's just turned it around, and it feels so damn good.
And it's not even just that he turned it around, but it's the fact that he is a tech man.
Yes,
Like
yes.
he has so much passion for the school and for the team and wanting to see them succeed that like not only does that matter, but it also makes you feel secure that he's going to be around for the long haul.
Yeah.
Like I, if he ever left, I would be absolutely stunned.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Stunned.
he's from Alabama. What if Alabama offered him 20 million?
I don't know. I mean, maybe there is a number that he could be offered that you just can't turn down. I don't know, but he
I
just
just don't
doesn't
think so,
strike me as
man. He
that.
just believes it. And I mean, after seeing how he was last week, I mean, there's just no way. There's no way.
No, I never see that happening. I It would really be a shame because I don't know who else you could find that could do what he's doing right now. And because it's not only that, but he's also improving as a head coach.
Yeah.
Like he's improving when it comes to game management
Yep.
a lot. And that's also very exciting because he's still young as hell. I mean, he still has decades doing this.
100%.
And
Dude, I would love. Do you think he can lead us to a natty?
yes,
Because you say decades, and I always try and think, oh, if Tech wins the natty, and like you like to think, and how many every years you're blessed with that you're gonna see one, but then you're like, it's Georgia Tech. But now it's like, okay, okay, you know. So
well, but think about how Tech fans felt between 1952 or 54. I can't remember in 1990. They were probably they were probably in a position right around where we are, or not where we are now, but where we were 2 years ago, thinking they're never going to win another national championship.
yeah,
Then you have Bobby Ross come in, you've got this talent start to come in the late '80s, and then all of a sudden you win a natty in '90. And I think that we could be at a. I tentatively say that we could be in a similar position at the moment. I think that I'll be 100% honest with you. They could do it this year. They could. I swear. They could do it this year. Do I think they will? No, but they could. I don't think
they could,
I don't think there's a single team in the country that Tech can't beat.
dude. With how everyone's looked this year, I mean, it's a very. I mean, Ohio State. I mean, they were struggling with. I think they played Ohio last week.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas doesn't look great. I
Nope.
mean, all these SEC schools aren't looking that great. Like the ones you don't think are, like Texas A&M and Mississippi State had that win over Arizona State. Um, I forgot the point.
I don't know, but to me, weirdly, I'll tell you who off the top of my head when I think about who's looked the best this year. It is I'm going to say Tech, just because of 2 out of their 3 wins have been
Yeah, powerful.
large games, Power Four. Miami is at the top of the list. I think Miami should be number 1 in the country right now.
Yeah,
That's how good they've looked. I think they should be number 1 in America. I don't know how they're 4. How what is
makes no sense.
why is
Penn
Penn
State's
State
played
2?
nobody.
Why are they 2?
Penn State's played nobody. Ohio State's beat Texas, but like I said, Arch Manning looks.
Horrible,
I mean,
horrible.
and
Like
I was never big on
no,
Arch
no. I
ever.
would like to say that when he was in high school, I called complete BS on Arch Manning because all
Yeah.
I had to do was look up his highlights and realize that he was playing 1A football. And you just see kid could have been out of a movie. Some little like 230 dumpy D lineman just like doing the fat man jog after him going 2 miles an hour. And Arch is literally like walking out of the pocket and throwing touchdowns. And I'm like, that ain't the SEC, brother.
No,
So good luck. And I'm being vindicated on that, which is nice. But no, I Vanderbilt.
Vandy. Yeah.
Vandy looks disgusting. Pavia is just like Haynes King. I mean, he same mentality, I think, in different ways, different
Yeah.
personalities, but the same mentality. And they've been very impressed. They could be very good. I'll be interested to see how they play the rest of the year against their schedule. LSU's look good.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, not really.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, DJ, how much did they beat Florida by? Because Lagway threw 5 picks, and when I turned the game off, it was 20-10. Yeah, Lagway threw 5 picks.
oh my God. What was the score to this?
They probably got more than 20.
20-10.
Wow, dude, they have not. I don't know what all the hype is. I mean,
No.
they beat Clemson by 7. Yeah, I mean they called that touchdown back. That was BS, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know, dude. Damn
Actually, yeah,
AP.
they haven't looked good. They only beat Louisiana Tech 23-7.
Yeah, I know. They were one of the ones with Georgia that struggled week 2.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'd take that back, actually. Who has looked good? I want to see the top
Oregon,
25.
Oregon. I mean, absolutely
Oregon, yeah.
bombed Oklahoma State
Yeah.
or Oregon State, whoever it was. Um,
Oregon, yeah.
I don't know. I have to look at the top 25, but all I know is it's a joke. Because
Yeah.
like it doesn't make sense. Like you're gonna just stick to your preseason rankings to rank the actual season and how teams are playing.
It makes it like the fact that Notre Dame is ranked is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. They're 0-2 and they're ranked 24th in the country. What?
Yeah, yeah.
You haven't won a game. Why are you ranked? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Because dude, they can't drop them out of the top 25. So that way, if they win every other game, then they can just progressively
Yeah, they can keep going higher
keep
and
moving
higher.
up in the top 25.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah, I
just
don't know. And another team, Florida State, they're 7. I have to see more out of Florida State.
and look, I haven't watched the Florida State game. Yeah, they beat Bama, and Bama has turned it on a little better, and they
Yeah.
killed whoever they played week 2, and they had a bye week last week. But they play Miami here coming up soon, so we're gonna really see what they're made of.
Yeah. Miami, I believe, goes. Are they playing Florida this weekend? Bye week, Florida State.
Florida State, yeah.
Crazy. That you're going to find out a lot about both of them.
And that's massive for Tech because you already beat
Yeah.
Clemson. I know Clemson either play. I think Clemson plays Florida State or Miami.
Florida State, I believe.
Yeah, and then Miami plays Florida State. So, look, if Florida State wins both of those games, we're definitely seeing them in Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Florida State.
If we keep
whichever
winning.
one.
Yeah, but
it's
what would be ideal is if Florida State loses to Clemson but beats Miami.
yeah.
I think. Because I don't know how that tiebreaker would work, but I know
Yeah, I don't know.
if we went out, then and all of them have one loss, then we're secured.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's pretty simple. Win all your games and you're in.
yeah, well, I don't know because look at Cal. I legitimately think Cal can.
Yeah, their schedule is boo boo.
So also, I haven't seen enough out of them. I mean, that's just crazy talk saying Cal is going to get there, but
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
yeah, they're going to drop it to somebody. But I mean, man, you look at the rest of this schedule: Temple, Please just beat their brains out. Wake Forest look like crap. Virginia Tech is in the dumpster. Duke just lost to Tulane. Syracuse.
Syracuse lost to
I
UConn,
mean,
or did they beat UConn? They beat
no,
UConn
they
in
beat them
overtime.
in overtime. Fran Brown had them jogging down the on the
Oh, that's
field.
what I wanted to look at. I wanted to see who the hell they played. Colgate. They gave up 24 points to
Colgate.
Colgate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. NC State. Like I said, I don't. Have they been playing well? Because I mean, I've seen people saying that's going to be our toughest test.
They played way too close of a game with Wake Forest last week, 34-24.
Was it Wake?
Yeah,
And then Boston College just lost to Stanford, and Pitt just lost to West Virginia.
there's no reason that you're not 11. You're going to be favored in every game until Georgia.
Yep.
So, you know what? I'm just going to ride the high. I'm going to say that we are undefeated going into Georgia. That's my prediction. 11-0 going into Georgia. I just think they're going to do it, and I'll be livid if they don't.
Oh, as soon as we drop a game, if we do,
If
I'm
you
not gonna
drop one, you better not spiral.
I'm not gonna be able to handle myself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we just have to be prepared because let's be honest, more than likely one's gonna come.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of bouncing back.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not an absolute ass team like Syracuse or something.
You need it to be NC State, really.
Yeah, I mean, so after Temple, it's Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Now you should be what 6-0,
Yeah.
and then you kind of go on your toughest stretch: Duke, Syracuse, NC State.
Yeah, that's kind of going to decide the year, I think, is that stretch after the bye week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is we're 3-0. We just beat Clemson, and there's no reason to be upset.
No, it's as I said, it's probably the best time since we've been alive to be a Tech fan, and there's a lot to be excited about the rest of the year. So it's on Key and the boys to go out there and get it done at this point. But I think that's all I got, man.
Yeah, man, 9 years. I could not believe it's been that long since we beat the Tigers. Just feels so damn good.
It does.
So damn good. And watch Dabo crash out. It's just beautiful. It really
It
is.
is. It is. I Nothing makes me happier than us making opposing teams and fan bases have meltdowns. Nothing brings me more joy. So
And we've done it a lot recently.
we have, and I hope that it continues this year. And I specifically hope that one fan base finally gets to have it
Yeah.
after a very long time.
Yep. 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 Yep.
But
Let's put
yeah,
up let's put up 60 this week. 60.
I'm here for it.
Easy.
Well, all right, brother. That's all I've got. Guys, let us know what you think about the video. Let us know how you're feeling after beating Clemson this past week. Um, Sean, Sean and I did promise to get cameras and microphones. That unfortunately has not happened yet, but it is going to happen. I promise. I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna look after this. All right. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look and see what's out there. But I'm not spending damn $3,000 on a camera.
No, no. I'll let Sean do some research, and he can send me what he's going to get, and then I'll get the same thing, so that we sound the same.
Wow, you're switching the tables.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually I'm
Yeah,
the one copying you.
Sean's usually the one copying me, but I'll spin it this time. All right, brother. Yeah, y'all.
All right, guys. Yep. Come bask in our glory with us in the comments section, and tell us your thoughts on next week against Temple and the rest of the season moving forward.
Absolutely.
Good time to be alive and be a Jacket fan.
That's sure is. Go Jackets, y'all.